What are you doing? Hey! What are you doing up there? Oh my gosh. Kids these days. So how's it going? Piper Doug back here, trying to get back to filming on a more regular basis. It's hot outside. We're into the full blown of prairie summers, so it's hovering right underneath about 28 degrees. So I'm in the workshop. I've just been outside getting some stuff done. Before I forget, to wish everybody over here and all over the world for, well, this is the day before, but the day this will be released, Happy Canada Day. July 1st is Canada Day. That's when Canada was invented. Something like that. So yeah. So, amongst other footage that I have kicking around that I want to get caught up on, this episode is going to have a bit of an unboxing, but it's an unboxing of a difference, rather large unboxing. This stuff will come into play for the farm and a little bit for the channel too, but yeah, so a lot of it's got to do with what I've been up to. Another thing that happened just recently was a friend of mine that I made through YouTube had passed away, and it kind of caught me off guard. And it's kind of it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's a little bit bizarre how this happened, because I've known this guy for a couple of years now, and I'm going to put his picture up at the end of the video as a little bit of a tribute. And just, you know, being a very similar type people and our approach to work and not getting bogged down with all the unnecessary crap that goes on in the world. Scott was a super nice guy. So if anybody has any interest in watching some farming and supporting his wife and the family, they're still trying to make a go of the channel. And it's called North Texas Hay. Yeah, just completely out of the blue. He, as he was wont to do, was to go and help neighbors. He was helping re-roof a building for a neighbor, and according to the guys that he was working with, they said he was just mid-laughing and just dropped onto the roof, and that was it. Massive heart attack. And the weird thing, like I said about this, was the fact that since sort of just after New Year, it's not really a New Year resolution sort of a thing. I had decided to do a little bit of lifestyle changes. Not going crazy, like I'm not going to be wearing sandals and eating tofu. But I've lost past 35 pounds. I've lost 35 pounds of weight as of last week. So, helping my back. Because my back is in quite bad shape right now. I don't know what's going to happen in the near future, but so the unboxing, I'm going to turn the camera around here in a minute. The unboxing is to do with helping my back. These are things that I've wanted to get into for a while, but finance is not up to par. Well, affording this was one of the things as well, but so yeah, without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I've been up to. So, give me a second. So first of all, we've been really after a lawn tractor to help with cutting the grass around the yard, because using push mowers and stuff have been a bit of a bugger. So, we now have one of these. So the deal with this was, like, I could never afford one of these. So this one had broken down, had a whole bunch of issues. The engine wasn't running very good. Bits were falling off. It's starting to show its age. It was leaking out of a whole bunch of places. The owner, I won't name names, but the owner had decided to go and buy themselves a brand new one. So this one was sitting, and they weren't really sure what to do, and I offered I could get it running. And they said, well, if you can get it running, you might as well use it. So, it does, it's great, like the side panels are missing on it. Yeah, I like how the brand new workshop is leaking when it rains. Yeah, the seat's got a few cracks, the tail lights are missing. But you know what? Cuts grass, that's all I care about. So, yeah, so that's one of the things that I was kind of busy with in the winter as well, was rebuilding the carb, because it's a Kawasaki twin. Rebuilt the carb, fixed some wires, there's a couple of burst hoses. I had to rebuild the exhaust because somehow the heads had moved and it was breaking the exhaust, and the owner had paid $700 for a brand new exhaust and it broke straight away. So I took the new exhaust and I fitted it to the engine and then re-welded it for the new shape, and it's been fine ever since. So sadly I should have done that with the older exhaust, and the new one, it shouldn't have been put on and broken, but it works. Yeah, it does me perfectly fine. So what would be above this? Well, one of those would be above that. Hoist. £10,000 twin post hoist. I know, Paul. Yeah, it's a 10,000 pounder because those trucks there come in at around about 7,000 or 8,000 pounds. So fully loaded, you might be pushing upwards of 9,000 pounds on the bigger ones. So this should be fine for that, as long as I'm not, you know, having the box of the truck full of a whole bunch of crap. So yeah, so that's the bottom, top, that's the bottom, that's the top. That plate goes across between them to run the hydraulic lines. That's the pump. These are, I think these work out about $4,000. I paid $1,950 for this brand new at an auction. You can see it's been sitting in the warehouse wherever it was, so you get sun bleaching. But yeah, so less than 50%. It's like 45% brand new price. So giggity. Yeah, like I said, I got that for nothing, and these things are like, in this condition, it's probably still worth about $4,000. Well, $3,000 maybe. So yeah, giggity. So yeah, hoist will go over there. So, another thing, this. For those who don't know what these are, it's a hot water pressure washer, steam pressure washer. It's handy around the farm, but we have issues with the drains underneath the cattle pens freezing up in the spring, and then the drains stop running. So what you do is you basically get a whole lot of hose, which I picked up on sale for, I think it was 60% of new price. So a couple of 100 feet of hose. I just picked up a spool which was on sale for a third off. And then what you have is just called a mole, and it's a tip that goes on, and it's got a hole at the front, and then it's got 4 holes pointing backwards. So it pushes itself forward while the hole at the front shatters whatever's in front. So whether it's dirt or shale or anything, so it'll bury a hole and it'll actually push itself through whatever's blocking, whether it's ice or dirt, whatever. So got this for $2,100, normal sale price of $3,700. So giggity. Now I bought a set of pallet forks. Paid $800 for these. They're approximately $1,500 to $1,700 depending on where you buy them. So yeah, screaming dealer on that, same sales, I got that stuff and the hoist. So just got that. And I got this a couple of years ago. $1,700 for this. This is a scrub bucket. So you can pick up dirt and stuff, and the dirt falls out and the rocks and the branches stay back. So it's good for cleaning up scrap piles. These are around about $2,500 to $2,800. $1,700. Now, you ask yourself, why Piper Doug, which is me, I'm Piper Doug, why would you be buying forks and that? Would be because of that. Yeah. Got myself a big boy toy. Tracks. Takeuchi. Anyway, it's sold through Case. It's the Isuzu turbo diesel engine. It's got about 4,500 hours. I only paid 22 grand for it, which was about what I could gather through the markets. They usually go for about 28,000. Yeah, it needs a new seat. It doesn't have a door, but it runs sweet as a nut. Tracks are really good. The drive sprockets, they're probably about 75%, which is still good, giggity good. It's got a good big bucket. It's got a good edge on it. It's got lots of power. It's somewhere between 82 and 92 horsepower. Can't find out the exact number on that, but when I do, I'll post it. But it works great. I've been out playing in it already, so yeah. I think it was a good deal. And like I said, it's going to help me no end. So I'll bring you back in a second. So, in the prairies, flat prairies with hardly any trees, where does Piper Doug go for his solitude? Go to the trees. Yeah. The great thing about somebody many years ago when they put this yard in, before we made the little dinky house that was here into this thing, you can just walk out the back door into here. So yeah, cows are out there with the bulls, right into the farmland, and then yeah, just come out here. These big hunkamunkas. Yeah, talk about make a gorgeous driveway. Yeah, so this is the pasture where the horses are. A little bit of a gap here, but the plan is to plant a new row of trees, evergreens at the front here, and close this back in. And then this will be back into secret. But yeah, that's the full length of the yard, so it's really, like I said, it's really peaceful. The birds are singing because we just had a rain. Hey, are you alright? You okay? I maybe must be tired. He's just having a nap.